Now, here's a question for you at home and for you, Graham.
Yes.
What did the years 96, 98 and 2010 have in common in South Africa?
I'm thinking football.
These are the years when football had a great impact. France World Cup, African Cup of Nations, 2010 World Cup right here, dude.
It almost redefined the country. And one of the legacies we've seen is football being used to develop people, to develop the youth, and also fight now the campaign against TB. We are seeing some of the greatest players that have ever graced football pitches descending on South Africa to drive the message home, and they've found a very novel way of doing it, one that would certainly get me inspired. Take a look.
Today is World Tuberculosis Day, and one organization raises awareness through sport. Footballers for Life tackles social issues one goal at a time at schools as well as prisons.
I think Footballers for Life saw a need in prison, and this is the reason why we are actually trying to empower all these inmates to be better people, to be better fathers, better brothers, better people in communities.
The organization has reached over 65,000 youths and adults, mostly in Gauteng, the Free State and Western Mpumalanga. One success story is that of Tshepiso Qacha. After serving 7 years in prison, he is now a peer educator.
Sports is very important for inmates and for rehabilitation. Remember, a sport is one of the unifying activity throughout the world. As a result, it often takes you a beat emotionally and psychologically from the burden of loneliness behind prison bars. But at the same time, you get to interact with people and, realize that you still have got a chance to be reintegrated back into the society. Crime does not pay, but at the end of the day, you cannot undo the mistakes that you have done. The only thing that you can do, you can pave a way forward.
Seeing their message bring change, as in Tshepiso's life, makes their work very rewarding. Footballers for Life is currently active in 24 of South Africa's correctional facilities.
As soon as we get involved with inmates, what we do is we go to prison. When in prison, it's easy for us to be able to talk to this man. We talk about their issues. They tell us what they have wronged, especially with the community, so that we can be able to engage and talk to them. And also, we've got modules that we have that we go through with them. They go through, they read those modules, I facilitate those modules, and then we engage, one-on-one sometimes, so that they can be able to be rehabilitated.
South Africa currently ranks the 3rd highest in the world in terms of the TB burden. The risk of TB transmission is especially high in prison facilities.
The situation that you find in prison, overcrowding, prisons are made for security, not for living conditions. So that's where, a lot of diseases, come in, like TB. So we go in there, empower, inmates around, TB diagnostic, treatment and prevention.
Prison is congested, and TB wants that. And we send out the message that TB is curable. And we link the football thing with the TB messaging, which works perfectly.
We're reminded of Tata Madiba's words, our compassion binds us, the one to the other, as human beings who have learned how to turn our common suffering into hope for the future. That's why we salute the important work of Footballers for Life.